That part of that is upgraded. Albeit not our crossbow. But don't worry, the time will come. Whoops, we forgot to equip bolts. Come hither. Stab you. Instantly. Let's equip those bolts, shall we? It's weak. Ooh. We probably don't want to use this then. Not yet, anyway. Berenike. And a tough one at that. He uses the giant sword, unlike a mace. Then you realize that maces are the superior weapon choice, buddy. Where are you going? I'm over here. But of course, the parrying method works on you just as easily as the other ones. Which is the kind of thing that, again, should not exist in this game. But it does. Oh, thank you. The crossbow is pathetic. A shrine for prayer. Divine blessing. Water ice and the channeler. We do have a trick that we're going to use for that. That will make it way easier to deal with. But first, let's read about the divine blessing. Holy water from Goddess Guinevere. The Goddess of Sunlight, Guinevere. Daughter of the Great Lord of Sunlight, Gwyn. Daughter of the Great Lord of. Cherished by all as a symbol of bounty and fertility. Begin a prayer for the departed. Rest in peace, Black Knights. We don't have a soul of a Scorched Knight. Looks like we have to put our souls at ease, once and for all. The time will come. So the trick we're going to do is not going this way. We will have to make an entire trip around first. Let's get your attention. Shoot you in the back. Alright. Make our way to the front. How strong is thy spear, actually? Poke you. 2 hits is all it takes. Wait a second, why did I hear footsteps on the right side? Ooh, that's not good. Not a fan of that. Come hither. Really not a fan of you. You scare me. He has every right to not be afraid. He doesn't need to be. He's powerful and he knows it. Pressing the advantage. Shoot you in the thigh. Hopefully I saved myself a bolt. We're gonna need it. Fortunately, my spear was unable to reach. Poke you through the shield. So for anyone having trouble with the room upstairs with the hollows, don't use these skulls against the boar. Instead, use them here. And here's why. Give it a few seconds, and they will drop down for you. Thus not ever having to worry about fighting the channeler and the hollows all together. Does look a little goofy though, because they do just kind of pop into existence, which is something that I always find hilarious. I just find it really funny when enemies just pop out of nowhere. Save the best one for last. Oh, you weren't the last, never mind. Okay, second best to last. Why couldn't we all just be friends? I am out of bolts. We are unequipping this. And that's the trick. What do we do about you? He's on alert. He's aware of our presence. Son of Vanera and Mia. I really don't like that you're there. Can we lure you away enough? I cannot fight that. We're not gonna win. Follow me, knight. I have just a thing for you. How fast is he? Oh, he's gonna catch up quick. Can he fit in this hallway? Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, he's there. Yes, the LED means we have to... Can he fit down here? Oh, yep, he can. Oh, perfect. Come on, just a little bit further. Yeah, man. I don't think it's gonna work. If we stay within a distance, perhaps. Just a little further, buddy. No, we can't have you here. Alright, well now we gotta survive for seconds. Hey! Hey! Shut it. Uh-oh. No! Not at all what I wanted. Time to run. We're not doing this. If we're fast enough, he'll give up. And now we have another soldier on us. Let's get through this quick. Before Berenike realizes what we've done. Your buff doesn't matter. We've gotten rid of your hollows. Well, I can't go down there. Not with Berenike down there. That ain't happening. Oh, well, never mind. Ooh! Ooh! Forgot you were back there. Well, at least the berenike is gone. Looks like the curse wore off. Who's in here? Another baldur knight. So the whole lore with Baldur is that it suffered from a wide outbreak of undead. So Baldur, the Night King, Rendell, rather, along with the only sane man left, came to Lordran to try and link the flame.
Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck.
I do see that. I'm sure this won't come to bite me back later. Sure thing, not buddy.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim.
A terrible place, by the way.
And I guarantee a reward. Only later.
Okay. Don't trust anyone from Karim. You get Orstor's spear in Dark Souls 3. That goes to show you what became of Orstor in the end. He became a giant evil tree. Filled with curses. Exactly what Karim's known for. So the thing with Baldur, Night King Rendell came along with any sane man left to light the first fire. As we can see, that did not turn out very well, and they did not get very far. so I'll probably mention it in the future when playing Dark Souls 2, but I like to think that the Lost Bastille is, or may have been, a part of the Kingdom of Baldur at one point. Which is hinted by Straight's dialogue from before. Not that Baldur's mentioned in it, but... like, Night King Rendel abandoned their kingdom with the only sane men left. So their kingdom is basically gone, like, for good. And I like to think that the Bastille was a part of Baldur at one point. You also find statues of Baldur or Rendel there, so that's the speculation I'm going on. Ah, yes. Now that dark spot right there in the center of the rooftop is exactly when the fight starts. Let's toss ourselves on a gold pine resin. An iconic boss. Nice tail you have. Too bad it's terrible. But I'll take it anyway. And poke you. I guess I can voice break me, never mind. I almost switched to my miracle by accident. This is all you do. Ooh, you avoided the spear. Lightning will be your end, Gargoyle. Lightning is good against anything made of stone and magical beings. Twin humanities. So this one has a very slight different description, which is at the end of it. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinction is left for humanity? Where normal one is what distinguishes humanity we hold within ourselves. Humanity is everywhere. There's nothing different about it across the world. It consumes all. For only dark will remain. Let's ring this bell. We've now made it 10% through the game. Beautiful. One bell rung. So if you play online, every time someone completes this area and rings the bell, you can actually hear it in your world. So a nice little detail. Same thing, they do the same thing in Dark Souls 2 as well, with Balkan and Alkan? I forgot. Alkan is one of them. I always forget the second one. Greetings.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Career, the Pop. No dearest to that tree. Yet magnanimous and God.
I do lack
And
faith.
without to confess, or to accuse, or indeed all sin.
It's a shame we never found out more about Valka in the end of the trilogy. The crow might just be Valka after all. First thing we're gonna do is buy Homer Bones. We have some lore to read. Secret treasure of Arstor, the Earl of Karim. You get his spear in Dark Souls 3, in the giant evil tree. Humans are helpless against curses, and can only redirect their influence. The Purging Stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person, or some other being. So the interesting thing about curse in the Souls universe is you cannot cure it, or get rid of it. You can only transfer it onto something else. Slipped over by a bishop of Velka. If you're killed by an invader, report the crime. The indicted player will be added to a list of unfortunate souls who will one day face the wrath of the Blades of the Dark Moon. One of the coolest covenants ever. And here's your covenant items you can just buy. This faintly warm medal, engraved with the symbol of the sun, is the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon the Warrior of Sunlight and complete a goal. The nameless king of the god of war, and thus rewards his warriors for helping each other in war. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals of history. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. His influence carries out in 1, 2, and even 3, all the way till the end. The dreadful eyes of death spread disaster. Phantom sword to the host world may end up as victims, allowing the eyes of death to multiply, and leading to further proliferation of bane. The Gravelord Covenant has a fatal flaw in it, and it's the fact that it only works in New Game Plus, for the most part. I remember it somewhat worked in New Game, but it's primarily a New Game Plus Covenant, and guess what? A lot of people never get to beat these games, so you can tell how that Covenant played out. The Knights called the Blades of the Dark Moon punish the guilt-soaked defenders of the gods, and take this as proof of their conquest. The earless corpses of the guilty will be left behind to the warning to others, inspiring both fear and respect for the gods. Such is the eternal mandate of the Dark Sun. The goddess of sin, Velka, oversees this list of the guilty, who have disrespected the gods and the covenants, and shall one day face the wrath of the Dark Moon Blades. Velka clearly has a relation or a tie-in, though, to the Blades of the Dark Moon, so I'm surprised that never really got hugely expanded on in the future either. A lot of things also got retconned in the future, which is kind of unfortunate. The Black-Haired Witch Velka. Auto counter versus heavy damage. If you take about 3 or 5 hits within 5 seconds, this goes off. For each sin there is a punishment, and it's the task of Goddess Velka to define the sin and mete out the punishment. So the way this works, and this applies to all weapons, this is actually a secret about the game as a special stat. Every weapon and gear in the game has a magic adjust stat. Everything has a magic adjustment to it. So if you use an intelligence scaling weapon, then the magic adjust on that does affect this. Which is why if you're going to use Karmic Justice and a bad shield so you can get it to go off or something, use a magic weapon in your right hand because the spell will scale off of it. It's actually pretty fun. Velka's Talisman can also be used as a sorcery catalyst, not just faith. This black tuft of hair that serves as a talisman belongs to Velka, goddess of sin. It casts miracles not upon faith but intelligence. And then we have the Evil Ring of Arstor, one of the infamous Blight Rings commissioned by Arstor of Karim. Despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, the ring is an unmistakable asset in its ability to help prevent bleeding. I don't want to be turned into a ring.
You're not welcome anytime. It is only humans who commit a sin.
Everybody commits sins. For all we know, the partners do as well. Terrific. Looks like we should head further below.